And then what happens is the fear and anxiety about just getting out of it. And what if it moves in my favor? If I got out, I'll be wrong there too. Oh, is replaced with, I got to get it back. I got to get it back. Like I lost something there. I lost a potential profitable trade there. And I got to do it on the next one because that one wasn't right, but I got to go out and do it again in something else. This currency pair didn't do it. This one now is the one that's going to do it. Let me jump over here and do that. That's another reason why I tell you to focus on 1 or 2 pairs. Because if you have 28 pairs listening to people on Twitter that aren't profitable, teaching don't take partials, and they watch all these different markets, let me tell you something. I am not a genius, okay? I'm not a mental giant. I am aware that even if I didn't have the mental baggage I have, okay, I don't believe I could physically track 28 markets and realistically be able to do what I do. It's just it's too many things to consider. So it's better for you to learn on one market, regardless if you're a forex trader. And I know some of you are like, can you get back to forex? I'll get back to forex when I want to get back to forex. I'm teaching students how to trade, and everything that I'm teaching here with E-mini S&P is applicable to forex. It's all same thing. It's price. And the things I'm teaching you about managing yourself and the psychological lessons and money management and risk management and trade management, all those things are going to be factors that you're going to have to contend with, whether you're trading forex, crypto, or whatever the hell you want to trade. You have to manage yourself. Some of you young people that are single, you're trading body fluids on the weekend and you can't control yourself there. You have to control yourself here. You must control yourself here. No one can help you with that. It's something that you do individually. You own it. And it's uncomfortable when you find out that you aren't as strong in the areas that you were expecting it to be. I'm going to know how to do this, and I'm going to pick the right trades. I'm going to pick the right order blocks, the right fair value gaps. I'm going to have no fear getting in the trade. Great. That's a good start. Now, once you get in there and it doesn't move for you, the real learning starts. How do you know when to hold on to the trade? See, all the teachings that I've done and all the lecturing, and I'm talking all the way back to 1996. That's when I first started teaching. That whole time, it is astonishing to me that folks don't ask how to overcome these moments. It's like they block it out. Like they know it exists in their own trading. And then by asking that, they feel like that's a weakness. They'll ask, how do you pick the right order block? How do you know when the fair value gap stays open? How do you know when market structure is really not a stop hunt? See, most of my students will ask questions like that because it's not something that's pointed. It doesn't take anything out of them or, require a blood offering. Something that you had to go through in terms of uncomfortable misery, discomfort. It's like it's there, but you don't want to bring it up. That uncomfortable, I should get out of the trade, I don't know what to do, let me move my stop, let me take my stop off, holding on to a loser. The folks that are here listening, you've had that. And it's uncomfortable hearing about it. You're like, man, can you get off this subject? It reminds me of an ex. I can't vibe with you when you're doing this. This ain't a vibe. This is growth. This is learning how to be impeccable with risk management, knowing yourself. Because all the entry techniques are useless. It's shit if you don't know how to manage yourself. If you can't recognize when the market is no longer likely to deliver where you need it to deliver, and it's more likely to hit your stop loss, you need to know what you're going to do. And it needs to be consistent every single time. You don't think about it. It's just a matter of when you touch something hot and it burns, what do? You retract your hand real quick, boom. Your brain is telling your arm, get your finger away from that hot ass shit right now. You don't even think about it. Your brain just says, there it is. It's second nature. In trading, as soon as you pick up that you're in a position that now is not high probability, and you're spending a whole lot of emotion, a whole lot of psychological equity, you're worrying about it. Whereas when you put a trade on, in the beginning, I'm not saying you won't have these feelings and these concerns about whether or not you're going to be right or wrong, because that's normal. But eventually, when you know what your model is and you get experience doing it, you're not going to be afraid to push the button. You're not going to be afraid to put your stop loss there. But when you get into those positions where it feels like it's probably not going to pan out for you, the worst thing that you could be doing, the worst thing, is showing people that you're in that trade. And then it materializes. It's usually the guys that'll send me something. They got a trade on. It's already in profit. They have their stop loss, but they just put on because it wasn't on the whole time they had the trade open. You think I don't see that shit? I'm in there. I'm in the room with you. I know what you're doing. Okay. And you're just right before your limit order is taken or would have been taken. And then it's uncanny. It's uncanny how immediately that 1 minute chart starts consolidating and pulling back into a fair value gap that you don't expect. And now you're feeling it. You're thinking, shit, why the fuck did I just send that tweet to ICT? Man, I am flipping out here. I should have hit my target by now. He's watching me. Everybody else is watching me. The trolls are going to troll me now. What are you doing? You're not managing your trade. You're not managing your trade. And you're making your trade, my trade, Twitter's trade, and the trolls trade. And guess what? We're all winning. We're in a free trade. When you lose, it costs us nothing. When you win, it doesn't mean anything to us. We're neutral. We don't care one way or the other. Delta neutral. We don't have any. We don't care. But now you do. More than you did before you sent that tweet. You've invited chaos, and it always shows up. It's never fucking late to the party. It's showing up no matter whether you want it there or not. You invite it, it's coming. And live streaming, when you can't trade and you're emotionally unstable and you're trying to have a vendetta, you're going to shit the bed. And you're proving it. You are a recipe for classic, toxic, unprofitable trading. Vinny. Just stop. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop lying and saying I've done things that I didn't do. Everybody sees I can trade. Everybody knows it now. But they're also watching you do more harm to your brand than you doing it to yourself. Just stop. Just stop. There's no need for what you're doing. Everybody's coming to my Twitter talking shit. Explain what I've been showing you. Explain what I've been calling beforehand. It's not cherry picking. I'm here just trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be Billy Badass. But if you want to be a victim of that, get in that Robbins Cup officially. I have no problem. I won't even badmouth you when I'm beating the fuck out of you in it. I won't even say nothing nasty. I'll just quietly just do it. That's not why I'm here this year. I'm here to let you know how to do this. And some of you are wasting the opportunity. You're wasting it. And you won't realize you've wasted it until next year when I'm not doing it. I wish I would have. Wish I would have is something you can't do anything with. And when you're trading and you have these tug of wars of knowing the probabilities have shifted, you do not open your stop up to take on more risk. If you've limited it by moving it up, or down in deference to your trade. You stick with it. You've done the job as the trader. The analyst in you said, trim the risk. You executed on it. You rolled the stop. You took partials. Now the analyst is queuing up and saying, hey, watch this. This is an area where it should be moving. Pay attention to it, because if it doesn't, you need to start taking the risk off or bail. That's the internal dialogue I'm having. Leaning on experience. I mean, I'm not hearing a voice say do this, but it's just, I'm trying to personify it for you so you understand the dialogue between how I lean on my own experience that serves me well and how I encounter that with opposition and price action. If I trade every single day, and I'm trying to do it every day, I don't pursue this as a trader. But because I'm mentoring, I'm teaching you all. And sometimes I think, like, I was talking to my son before I came up here. He goes, Dad, is there ever a day you aren't trading? I said, when I'm teaching, no. But in trading, I don't want to be trading every day. Like, I want it to be where I don't have a condition like I had today. I can find profitability just about in any day, but it doesn't mean I won't encounter a stop out or losing trade here and there if I force myself to trade every single day. If I say, I'm going to go in today and take a trade, I'm going to trade the morning session, I'm going to trade the afternoon session, I'm going to do it every single day, invariably, I'm going to have a series of losing trades sprinkled across the month. It doesn't mean I'm drawing down to 90% drawdown. Okay. This whole business, you're never going to see ICT show a 90-day track record. Okay, no problem. But I want to see yours too. But I'll show you mine first. Don't worry. I'll do that. But it's not going to prove anything when that's done too. It's not going to prove anything. You're going to say I had somebody at TradingView help me out. Oh, shit. You can see who's really in control of themselves in this industry. The ones that are chatting to me constantly chatting to me or chatting about me. You know damn well these people are miserable. Like, they're miserable. I am not worrying about you fucking people until you tweet to me. I'm not worrying about it. So you don't want to grow into this toxic thinking. But these individuals they're poster boys for what not to do in trading. It's not a team sport. There are no heroes. I'm not a hero. I'm not a titan. I'm not a goat. The goat. I'm not the king of the charts. All that bullshit. I am trying my best to continuously deliver things that you're going to encounter as a trader. And it's my goal is to simply just help you. That's all. That's all I want to do. I want to help you. Because when I stop in December and I say my final, there it is. Happy New Year as we go into 2024. ICT's not doing what you're seeing him do. ICT is being husband 99% of the time. That's what I'm doing. And I'm with you every day. I'm pouring myself into lessons that you're going to see. I'm preparing even the live streams. I pointed to where it was going to go today. If you were just paying attention to the live stream, just look at it. It's still there. Just go on the YouTube channel. Look it up. It's right there. Just go into live sessions. Click it. You'll see there's a small little, I don't even know what it's titled, but it's right there on the chart. It's the only annotation on the chart. 39.45 buy side liquidity. But that's probably luck too. That's cherry picked. You're going to have struggling points in your learning. And the best thing you can do is expect them. Expect them in these instances and know how to deal with them early on. I didn't learn this from a book. I've read Mark Douglas's book. I've read all kinds of other trade psychology books and things that mention certain things. And like I mentioned before, Alexander Elder's book, Trading for a Living, the first half of that book, before he even starts to talk about charts, that whole business about wrestling with oneself and everything that he talks about in that first half of that book, that is worth more than Mark Douglas's book, because it talks about real root issues as humans. Whereas Mark Douglas will talk about trade related things. No. You got to get to the core root cause of things. Alcoholism, substance abuse, inferiority complexes, superiority complexes, bullying. Were you a bully when you were a kid? Were you bullied as a kid? You'd think you'd know them by looking at how they act today on social media. Toxic. And you're trying to be a mentor, trying to run a business, and you're chatting to me, making memes and Photoshops. You're about to see me right on Corb's show. I'm slated to be with him on the 30th of January. I'm not sure if he does the same day broadcast or whatever, but you're going to find out. You're not going to see a bald fat guy. Nope, that's not who I am. But that's okay. Surprises galore in this year. But I want you to do well. I do want to see you do well. And I want you to understand that some of these problems that creep in, which are normal, they're opportunities for you to be excellent as a trader. Know exactly why you're doing something. Not, should I, shouldn't I? I'm afraid to make a decision. Fuck that. When it has to do with money, you're never wrong cutting the risk entirely. There's no shame in that. And anybody teaches you that that's a problem or you're a pussy. Oh, look at you. You can't hold your trade. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Huh? These people aren't making money. People that are making money aren't running around trolling other people about not making money. I'm making fucking money, folks. Okay. I'm in my own lane. I'm teaching people all over the place. Okay. I'm showing it. I'm proving it. I'm calling it. I'm executing it. I'm showing it. And these other people aren't showing shit. They're in drawdown. Consider your source. That's all I'm asking. Just be reasonable. If you want to learn, you want to do it the right way, I'm teaching you that. It's not always get me a trade entry. Show me the new magical voodoo technique of getting in there and doing something that nobody else does, because that's what everybody wants to do right now. They want my new magic trick and go rename it and make a course with it. When the better thing for you to learn is how to manage yourself. You're constantly in this state of chasing something when you're supposed to be spending the time this year diving into yourself. I did not understand how much of a impediment I was to my own success early on. I all the time looked at outward excuses. I blamed my first wife that she left me. I used that guilt. Oh, no wonder I couldn't make any money. She left me, and I'm distracted by that. That's bullshit. That was bullshit. Because every night when I was studying, I was motivated by thinking I'd win her back. So that wasn't it. It was just a perfect excuse. When I would blow my account, I would say, oh, well, it's because her.